right, so let's go over this. So this is the new algo that we're getting out to everybody. Right now, we do have a Renko bar set up, a Uni Renko set up in the room. It's a 113.13. What I have set up is I have just one zone set up in the room, one zone. Specifically, the automated trading will not take place until it actually hits a specific level. Let's just go over that real quick. Let's just go over this chart. This is Crude. The S&P. So you can see the accuracy. This is just since the last couple of weeks, 7.2 to 7.13. A little bit over 90% on as far as this zone that I have set up here, based upon two contracts. Obviously, we know past performance does not indicate future performance, so everybody just heads up. We already know that. So, but this will give you a good start to see what type of possible results we can get with these zones. This is just the S&P. Like I said, the big contract. Tina is going to backtest for us all the way up to 40 years on this. So thank you, Tina, for doing that. These zones, I'll get more clarification and make sure I'll show you the results on the S&P. So we will do that for you once we get that out to Tina. We are going to get this updated program out to you guys, and we'll have a conference call on this, on how it's going to work. Basically, what I'm going to show in the room, it has to hit this specifically outer zone, which I'll show you. I'll go over the conference call. It will not take an automated trade until you get to the specific number. It can't close outside of it here, but it is. We'll show in the room when it does take trades like this, when it specifically hits this outer edge and gets pulled in. If it closes outside of it, it won't show it. But what I'll also do is I'll show you arrows. Let's say that the market's moving and it doesn't hit this outer edge. It will show the arrows when there is a possible buy setup or sell setup, when a WPT setup. So the upgrade now shows these arrows that will automatically fire. Now what you can do is one of our best trades is a momentum trade, where you turn all 6 green or all 6 red. You can turn that on, and it's going to get any trade, any wave that's going to happen when you turn 6 red or 6 green, as long as you're below this zone. And it's going to do everything for you. So what will happen, let's say we turn 6 red or 6 green here at this level, then what you can do is you can go in and you can actually get it to take all automated trading. So let me get this over here real quick. So you can go in and you can check to take every single zone trade after you get 6 red or 6 green. So what's going to happen, I'm going to turn this thing on. So let's say that you get all 6 red or all 6 green at this level on our momentum chart. You could turn on the automated trading, and what will happen is it will fire these levels, will fire off, and it will get you in a trade automatically. So let's say this happens. All right, here's the neat thing about this upgrade. Here's our momentum chart. Now check this out. When you turn all 6 green or all 6 red, wait to turn all 6 green. There's all 6. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Here's a great example. When you turn all 6 green or all 6 red, right there at 9:05 yesterday, that tells you the market has momentum. What you can do now is you can turn on your automated trading strategy, which has this zone already preset, and it's going to get any one of these waves, the shallow wave, the intermediate wave, or the long wave. It's not going to miss any one of these waves. You can take the first or second wave. That's the best wave to take. So what you can do is you can turn it on. Let's say it turns all 6 green here. You can turn it on. Now news just came out. So you can turn it on and you can let it automatically pull you in the trade. The stop will be in there, your stop, your targets, and your trail. Okay? So it'll automatically keep you in that trade. So every time there's a WPT, WPT, every time there's a WPT, it will pull you in that trade with 4 contracts. It will never overexpose you more than 4 contracts long or short. So if you're doing the micros, see, it got 4 long here in my zone. It came up and it got 3 more long because it took 3 off. Took 1, 2, 3 off. So another WPT came up and it got 3 more long. So what you can do as traders now is you can trade strictly momentum, and you can let the momentum of the market let you turn the strategy on and let this automated trading work for you. All right. Now, obviously, we're at the sign of disclaimer. Automated trading is not for everybody because you got to watch it, make sure it's turned on the right way, turn it off. But for those of you who want to incorporate automated trading let the computer do the work for you, we have made this upgrade. Once you sign a disclaimer, this will automatically pull you in the trades with your targets, with your stops, and you don't have to do anything else. It will do everything for you, right? You will have to qualify it to see if it turns 6 red or 6 green on the momentum chart, so we know we got momentum in the market. And then it's up to you how many ways you want to take. You can toggle it on and toggle it off. If you're going to let this thing run 23 hours, 24 hours a day, I like these outer edge plays only, like this. You can do anything you want. You can change your zones. In the room, every time it hits an outer edge like this, it will take a trade in the room. You'll see it. You see it, it won't take shallow trades like this, though. That's because of this. So this performance I'm showing you right now, this past performance, remember, it's not indicative of future performance. I'm just telling you what it did the last couple of weeks. You know, it will show you going forward what you can do if we let it run 24 hours a day. All right, but what I'm going to train is educate traders, let the momentum of the market come in. You can turn the strategy on and then let it do its work. Now, like I said, thank you, Tina, one of our long-term members. She's going to back test this on our zones to give you, to let you know up to 40 years what this has done. Performance-wise, we will get it out to members only, and we'll let you guys see the results as far as that goes. So if you wanted to go into it then, if you want to go in the strategy, let's say you don't want to take every WPT. You turn it back off. You can see I have my stops. Whoops. Have my zone. I did widen the zone up in the room. I have a 54.38. 54.38 in the room. I'm showing it was 49.38. I widened it up so we can catch all momentum trades. Turn it on. But what you can do, let's say you check zone, then what it's going to do, it's only going to take trades when it hits this specific zone on the outer edge. All right, so that will do that also for you. So, but you can see this is the best time it'll pick these up. So if you ever see momentum, obviously we had news just come out. So here's a great example. So news just came out, right? News came out. Let's see if it picked up this trade right here at 8:33. Let me turn this thing back on. One second. So I'm going to show you how you can turn this on and let the automation do the work with momentum. But the arrows will automatically fire. So even if you let this thing run, do automation with it, and you're only looking for a specific zone trade, it will fire every WPT if you wanted to, if you uncheck the zone. So it will fire every single WPT that's out there. So let me fire this thing back up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Make sure I got this thing on. Here we go. So here we go. News came out, right? So obviously this is news. This is news, but you can see this is fast. This is only 20, 40 seconds after news, right? 40 seconds after news, you can take the first wave, but the point is the automation will do the work for you. So as we move forward, automation got in that short here. So this is news that came out, so the market's moving kind of fast right now, but you can see that it works even in fast markets. So this is where we turned all 6 red, all 6 green once the news came out at 8:30. So the first target's off. So as we watch this trade, the first target's off. So what it'll do, it'll be break even plus 1. So up here, as we're working this trade, it will get out of all contracts at that level right here. So if not, it's going to go for target 2. So we're going to let this thing run for you. So it will break even right there. So instead of trying to trade this momentum, the automation will do it for you. All right? And the arrows will come up automatically. So you see how it went break even plus 1. Now it's back out. If it would have kept running, then it went all the way to, my targets are 25 first target, 50 ticks second target, 75 third target, 150 ticks fourth target. You can change your targets. You can change your zones. I got these specific zones in for you particularly. So this morning, there's your trade that happened right at the open, right when news hit. So that's what you got right when news hit. So this works even with news when news first comes out. But what happens is that you can even, the arrows will come up with every WPT now also. So you don't need the stochastic down here to look when to pull in. This arrow will automatically fire. So if you wanted to take every single WPT, you could also do that by turning off zone and taking those also. All right, that's the news. This morning, as you can tell, here's our trade this morning on automation. We had a green ATR, opposite color speed bars come in, automation gets you in on first, second target, third target, and second target got fourth, third and fourth got stopped out. So how I'm going to train this is you see the momentum is dissipated over here, right? So since momentum is dissipated, you can A, turn it off and wait for 6 red or 6 green to happen again and try to get into the market with automation. Or B, if you have a setting that you like already, like a setting where I have it to only come up if it hits this outer edge of 54, it's got to hit right at 54, because you can see the accuracy of 54 was over 90% the last couple of weeks. Like I said, historical performance doesn't indicate future results, so just be aware of that. If I come in here and see I have all trades taking place right now because I have zone unchecked. If I check that zone, it's only going to take zone trades that hit my 54 over 54, one number, 54, 154, 54, 154. So what it will do is it'll only take trades based upon that specific number or zone that I put in. So you can trade specific zones. The automation will automatically trade the specific zones that you're looking for. Okay? Or you can trade all these. Now since the momentum is dissipated, see we got yellow dots and red dots, you could actually turn the strategy completely off if you want, or just let it run. You can let it run this morning, knowing it's only going to take trades on this outer edge anyway, and look for specific arrows to pull yourself in when you get alignment on trade setups. All right, you can see how it comes up to the zone and reverses. So we'll go over that in a conference call, how you can use this to your advantage. You can take all these trades if you want, only specific certain trades, but I am showing a 113.13 uni arrow. All right, so specifically, you see how it hits the outer edge. So for the room, you see how it hit the outer edge? I specifically have it set for you guys just to run automated trades 24 hours a day at 54. Because it's what? It's very, very accurate. If you look at that level, let's go back to it again. You can see this is just 2 contracts. We're sitting over 90%, 91%, I'm sorry, historically, just the last couple of weeks, just running this on the S&P. Obviously, like I said, remember that these results they are not indicative of future results, remember that, but it gives you a good feel for how this works. Now, when Tina gets our 40 years of back testing in, you're going to pretty much know if this zone has worked the last 40 plus years in a percentage. I mean, we'll have that for you. But you can see how accurate it is even this morning with news. All right, so you can just turn this on automation on automatically. Even if you had automation turn on automatically, it will still fire the arrows. So you'll still get these arrows if it doesn't meet all the criteria of pulling in. If there's a possible trade inside that zone, you can see it here. It got this one right at the edge. It got this one right at the edge. So it's pretty neat how accurate this is with the fully automation or specific zone automation. Now, like I said, if you want to take every trade when the arrow pops up, you uncheck zone. We click enable, click it back in, and these will fire trades. It will fire all day long, 23 hours, 24 hours. But what I like to do, now if you find a zone that's accurate like that, like my zone, I love the 54 zone. It's extremely accurate. You know, we'll have, like I said, 40 years of back test on it for you on specific numbers in a conference call only for members. But you see right here, it's still short. So if you want to go just all automated, right now it's still running. So all automated, you can see it's after news. News came out here at 8:30, so it got really fast. Let's run 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of setups. It closed out here with a small stop because it closed outside of our zone. Right? But right now we have a runner running, so let's take a look at it. This got break even +1. This is going to hit our first target here in a second because I got my first target at 25 ticks. So once it hits the first target, what it will do is it'll go break even +1. And after breaking +1, I'll try to get to my second, third, or fourth target. Now you can change your targets, guys. You don't have to do a 25 tick first target like this, or a 50 tick second target, or a 75 tick third target, 150 target. Some of you will be scalpers. You know, some of you want to scalp the market, which is fine. You know, I'm just telling you how we're setting it up to send it out to you. Will be like this. But what's neat is that when you get full momentum in the market and you get 6 red or 6 green on a momentum chart, this thing can really do the work for you without having you to, you know, pull the trigger in, out, in, out, in, out. The automation will do that for you. And like I said, I have this all set up for you. The difference in the upgrade, this ATR, you can see, goes with the overall trend of the market. So if it's red ATR, we're looking for sell setups. If it's green ATR, we're looking for buy setups. In any market you look at, it's as simple as that. Okay, red ATR, sell setups, green ATR, buy setups. Okay, so we're going to leave this in the room. Gerald's wrapping this thing to get out to you. These arrows will automatically fire now for you when there's WPTs that come up. So anytime there's a WPT, these arrows will fire. The zone I'm using in the room is a 54.38. Let you guys know, 54.38. All right, this is a news trade, just happened just now. And you can see these automatically fire even which is news. This morning before news, it caught the nice wave up also. You see it caught the nice wave here. It did get break even +1 at 6:45 this morning. And it caught for target 1, target 2, and then target 3 got stopped. You can see it had a big run. If your targets were a little bit different, you're good there. So you can see okay, now we just hit our first target, all right? So now our first target's off on the automated trading. So now our first target's off. So what does it do? Now we'll go break even plus 1. So we'll go break even plus 1 is trying to get to the second target. So now it's break even plus 1 right there. So as long as we stay below that threshold, just keep it running, Gerald. I want to show traders how this works. Keep it running. As long as we stay below that break even plus 1, it's going for target 2. Now I'm going for 50 ticks on the S&P. Now I'm running for 50 ticks. I want this thing to get me 50 ticks. So now I'm breaking plus 1. Automation is working. We got no care in the world because it's breaking plus 1. We can't lose on the other 3 contracts because we're breaking plus 1. So now it's trying to go for 50 ticks. So now we're trying to work our way down to the second target. Now what happens is once we hit the second target, then the stop is going to adjust down to target 1. So after we get target 2 off at 50 ticks, then all contracts will be stopped out on a trail to target 1. And then after target 3 hits, all stops will be trailed. Now target 2 just hit. See, target 2 just hit. Now what's going to happen is the stop is now just moved. All contracts will be sold at target 2 now. So if price comes back up to target 2, it's going to sell the other 2 contracts. If not, it's now going to go for 75 ticks. So now we are off 50 ticks on this trade. So we're off 50 ticks. So no matter what, we're going to capture on the subsequent position 25 ticks. We got 50 ticks on one contract, 25 already off, 50 off. Now we're going to go for 75 ticks. So now the trade is working for 75 ticks to the downside. And if not, then it will stop out, break even at the first target. And we'll keep doing that. So if the 75 ticks hit, then this stop will come all the way down to 75 ticks. And then the runner will try to get to 150 ticks. All right, but this is what? So now we're still running because we haven't stopped out. So target 1's off. Target 2's working. All right, but you can see this is automation right after news. This is strictly automation using our auto trader. You can see how easy it is to just turn it on, let it do its work, and you don't have to panic and try to buy, sell inside the market, in and out, in and out. You know, that's why we came out with this auto to help you guys, assist you in your entries. Now the neat thing about it is, like I said, with the help of our associate, of our member, Tina, we're going to back test this 40 years for you and give you results over 40 years. Not 5 years, 2 weeks. You know, I showed you 2 weeks were over 90%. But, you know, that's just recently. We want to show you a good 40-year back test on this to show you how it works. Now, like I said, this is a 113.13 uni. So our maximum stop, let it run, Gerald. Let's keep letting it run. I want to see if target 3 can hit. I want to show you how this works live here, guys. Or at least till it stops out, Gerald. If it stops out here, Gerald, we'll shut it off. If it comes up to target 2 or target 1. So that's how it's going to work. It's going to, the zone, this market likes to, the S&P likes to reverse inside the zone, guys. Okay, now we're off. So now see, it took both contracts off. Now the trade's completely done because target 1 hit, target 2 hit, and it trailed everything with target 1. Now it's going to go back into another trade. Let's watch this for a second, Gerald. Hold on one sec. WPTs are coming in, so it's going to take another live trade in a second if you elect to let it keep running. So it's not going to pull in until it qualifies. An arrow will fire at the top of the bar when there's a qualified trade coming up. Like I said, this is the S&P with the news that came out this morning. And you could turn this on when there's momentum in the market. Like I said, when it turns all 6 green or all 6 red over here, or you can let it just run. If you find a zone you like, you can let it run around the clock. I'm going to train traders if there's momentum coming in the market on the momentum chart. Automation works well. Now, WPT is coming up, right? It's catching the rolling position. Trader's going to catch a short, and a trade's going to happen again. but it can't close outside my zone here. My outer parameters I set on this thing is 54, so it cannot close outside of 54. If it closes outside of 54, there's no arrow that's going to fire. Now watch this. It's got to stay in my parameters, and under my parameters I programmed into this strategy for you guys. Right? It's got to stay inside of this top zone. If it closes outside, it won't take a trade. See it? Stayed inside the top zone. I took a trade. Stayed inside on the buy. On the zone, it took a trade. It's got to stay in there. So as long as it pulls in, see how she closed a couple outside of it? And see how I had a red bar, but there's no arrows that fired in? See how that works? So no trade takes place. Because we closed outside of my zone. It did not contain inside of the zone.